baby.
Hello, nasty. Hello there.
Hello.
I say hello.
Hello, friend. Well, hello, little girl. Hello, my treacherous friends.
Hello, operator.
The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
Hey everybody, it is the Brink of Sanity, episode 384. I am Jay. How you doing, Mark?
I am doing good. There are no guests, or Jay? Am I considered a guest for every episode, or are there no guests this week?
No, I think you're host, so there's no guest.
Okay.
It would be
At what
weird
point
if
do they?
after like 300 straight episodes of you on the show, I'm like, and our guest is Mark again. Just because you didn't start on episode 1 doesn't mean you've replaced Bri as host.
Okay, I've gotten. I feel very honored. I will put this on the resume.
Bri
I was
has been
holding off
demoted
leading
to
Brink
guest.
on my resume, but now I will put it on there.
Bri is a founding member of Brink, but he's now guest status.
That seems fair. That seems Bri. We love you, but you're kind of a guest now more than anything.
When you miss like 70 straight episodes, you're a guest.
Yeah. 70 straight? Is it that low?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
I lost track. He comes on, then he quits for a year, and then he comes back on. I don't know.
He has some sleep issues. Whenever he gets that worked out, he'll be on more, which hopefully will happen. But anyway, Jay, so I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So it's the summer. My daughter's in camp. But when she comes home, I like her to do some academic stuff. I have her. I'm trying to get her to learn the multiplication tables. She's going to the 3rd grade, and my wife was reading with her. And I was thinking about, so I did some math with her. My wife did some reading with her, and then she spent some time watching YouTube videos. What was the better use of her time? Which is more important for her future? Watching the YouTube videos or doing the math and reading with us?
I'm guessing it wasn't educational YouTube videos.
No, complete crap. It's some people that look like they're in their early 20s or mid 20s just doing stupid ass crap. That looks really fun, by the way. They were in this big house and they have this big trampoline and they're jumping on the trampoline trying to get to the next the second level of the house. And then they were jumping on this giant water balloon. The site, and I forget the name. I just forgot the name of it, but they had 14 million subscribers. And the video she was watching had been up for 4 days, had almost 5 million views.
I mean, that's almost Brink numbers.
Almost Brink numbers. I'm watching this being like, I should just encourage her, forget the math, forget the reading, just teach her how to edit videos and like make her and my son just make videos or maybe that's what they're going to do later on. They'll just be like YouTube. Unless you want to make fun of these morons making these videos, they are making more than my entire family for generations will have made combined.
Yep.
They were making these people who are making this channel. I have no idea how this economics of this stuff works. I'm sure they're making many millions of dollars. Maybe I should be like you. No, honey, you have to watch your full 20 minutes of YouTube videos every night so you can learn the craft.
Rob said he's watching YouTube and not doing math and reading, and look how he turned out. Broke like everybody else.
That's a good point. They don't see the videos of the people outside of our show. Usually the people that don't make it don't keep airing their show.
Yeah, it's amazing. We haven't made it, but what is it, season 14? 14 or 15?
Holy crap.
15. Season 15.
It can't be season 15.
Started in 2008.
Well, there'll be because you're saying like...
February of 2008. So starting March of this year, it was the 15th season.
Man, the 15th season of Brink of Sanity, just like everyone has asked for all these years. Can we release the seasons? Like release a box set? Is there any way we could like do something to monetize all our wasted time?
Andrew, Brooklyn Adrian wants me to tell you about, I told you about this, his popcorn hack at the movies.
Oh, tell me about it anyway.
So
yeah.
We were talking last episode about how expensive the popcorn and soda is, and he says he goes to the movies and he'll find a large popcorn and soda in the trash and bring it up to the counter because you get free refills. And they'll always give him a brand new container for the refill. And so he basically gets free popcorn and soda every time he goes to the movies.
They give him a brand new popcorn bucket and cup.
Yeah, he'll say like, "Oh, there's a little hole in it," or make up like some lame excuse, and then they just give him a brand new thing, and saves like $20. They're like, what? A large is almost $10 each now, right? It's like $7 for a soda and like 10 for a popcorn or something.
You ever see? Not to talk graphically about porn, but have you seen those porn where the guy puts his dick through the popcorn, and then the girl's reaching for popcorn? Do you know what I'm talking about?
What?
Did you not seen this? There's this genre of porn where a guy will he'll put the popcorn on his lap in a bucket, and his dick will be through the bucket, and then she'll be reaching for popcorn, and she grabs him instead. Have you not seen this?
No, I have not looked up popcorn hand jobs.
Okay, well I'm just anyway. I will go online with. I just picture him going to there's a hole in the popcorn because it's the size of my dick, but it's just I didn't put my anyway. Can I get a new one?
Which is that? Can I have a large popcorn with a hole in the bottom of it? Don't ask questions.
It's kind of a disgusting video, but it's funny. I find it hilarious actually though also.
So Brooklyn Adrian wants to know if you would do that.
If I would put the
The popcorn scam, not the hole in the popcorn.
No, I'm doing the dick thing. Would I do that scam? I don't think I would. I would be kind of like someone would see me and then it'd be like it's a small town. They'd be like, "What the fuck, man? You're trying to rob the movie theater." I'd be like, "No, I'm not." And my daughter would see me and she'd be like, "Dad, what are you doing?"
What if you were in the city and you told your daughter you had to go to the bathroom real quick, and then you ran and did the popcorn scam?
I don't know. I think when I was younger, I could do it. Can you? So I was talking to another couple, and they were saying they maybe like 10 years ago they were at the movies and they hopped from movie to movie, and they had told they were telling that a story to a friend, and the friend was horrified that they'd gone to gone to a second movie without paying for the second movie. Would you do that now? And then I freely admit that I used to always try to hop from movie to movie.
Would I do it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you'd be more embarrassed at this age to do it.
No, not at the prices they're charging. I have no sympathy for movies charging almost $20 a pop for a movie. I'll see 5 of them. I don't care.
Yeah. I also I don't think I would do the movie thing. I don't know if I would do this popcorn thing, but I would freely take candy from an outside source and sneak that in.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a kind of a given.
I mean, you're not going to pay $7 for a king size M&Ms. That's just crazy.
Yesterday, another money thing, quick. So I took my daughter to the town pool, and I usually pay when you go in to pay by credit card. And the guy's like, the computer's down, you got to pay in cash. So I was about to take the cash out of my wallet, and the guy's like, "Oh, I mean, you could just go." And I was like, "For free?" He's like, "Yeah, because the computer's down." I'm like, I could have just paid him with the cash. But I'll just go in if this 16-year-old says I can.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? It's not gonna. So Jay, what have you been doing to make money recently?
I've found a lot of old toys at my dad's, 80s G.I. Joe, Transformers, Star Wars toys, and people are going absolutely nuts about them.
Jay loves selling things on eBay, and all the old toys that we all threw away, he has kept. He sent me pictures of this stuff. I was like, "What are you gonna get? $30 for this entire thing? How much are you selling them for?"
About $15 a piece.
For the G.I. Joes.
For the G.I. Joes and Star Wars. The occasional rare one will go $30, $40 for one. I had a Destro missing the backpack, and you know how the G.I. Joes were held together by a rubber band on the inside?
Yeah.
The rubber band broke, so it was in 2 pieces, and I sold it for $5. I was about to throw it away. I'm like, let me put it on and see what happens. It sold. I put it on right before bed. It sold when I woke up.
What was the? You had an airplane or a jet fighter plane or something?
Yeah, that one hasn't sold yet. That's a huge G.I. Joe jet. I'm trying to get 180 for that.
Holy shit!
But I did have Mask. You ever watch Mask as a kid?
You mean the movie with Jim Carrey?
No, it was this cartoon that was only on for like maybe 2 seasons, and it was like everything looks normal, and then they put on this mask, and like their vehicles turn into like battle stuff. It was almost like Transformers, but I had like this whole like gas station that turned into like a battle station, and I sold that for like 150 like overnight.
Who the hell is buying this crap? Do you think? Here's a question. Do you think the people buying this stuff are well off, or like not? Like, is it more likely they make over $100,000 a year or under?
I would think you would have to make good money to have that kind of disposable. Last night, I was like, all right, I'm just going to have a drink and play some video games. And as soon as I sat down, somebody messages me about a G.I. Joe figure. So he's like, do you have any others? And I was like, yeah, I have like this, this, and this. And he's like, well, I want them. So I'm like, all right, now I got to list them. So I'm like trying to price them out and list them. As I'm listing them, like other people are buying them before this guy. I think I listed the 6 things he asked for, and I think like 5 of them sold without the guy even getting them. Like they were selling that quick.
Why didn't he ask to try to buy them directly from you?
I don't know. I wanted to go through Facebook because
It's like, is there protection?
you have tracking that way, so like you can't say I didn't get them. So I was listening for like between 15 and $25 a pop, and like as I'm putting them on, people are buying them. Like it was insane.
I'm trying to just figure out if it's like a well-off person that has disposable money. I get, but like, what kind of fucking like who the hell's buying this shit?
These are all different people in all different states. It's not like one guy kept cherry picking them. Like 3 of the ones that got poached from that guy were 3 different people from 3 different states. So
I mean,
I don't know.
So I think some of the people probably are displaying them in some kind of weird collection, and probably there are others who are like buying from you and then reselling.
Could be. I mean, I'm going on eBay and I'm looking at everybody's listings, and I'm selling them for pretty much the same price as everybody else. So like they're not getting this amazing deal. I'm like undercutting people for like $1 maybe.
Right. If you're selling for 15, then they can get 20. Even that's not even worth with like shipping.
Right, because they pay for shipping. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
I don't think I'm selling it at a price where they're going to resell it.
Can you reach out to one of these people and just say, hey, I have this podcast. I'm dying to talk to someone who's buying this stuff. Could you please just have a 15-minute interview?
My co-host wants to make fun of you for 15 minutes straight.
Yes. I don't know. I would take it seriously. I would not make fun of the person. I just want to know more about the person that collects the G.I. Joes. Or the Death Star, the mask thing.
One guy said that he wanted to, it's an investment. So he thinks they're going to go up like way more than they are now, which they might, but the market could also crash. You never know. Like, look at what happened to the baseball cards.
I guess I'd have more faith in the G.I. Do you have more faith in the G.I. Joes or NFTs?
G.I. Joes.
Yeah, I feel like if you said like 1 year from now, I'm going to take NFTs, but 20 years from now, I might take the G.I. Joes. Not even might. I would take the G.I. Joes in a heartbeat for a 20-year period.
Yeah, I have like a mail order only Cobra Commando thing that's like kind of rare. I'm probably going to get $40-$50. You think you'll ever make $40 or $50 from an NFT?
I mean, you could, I guess, in theory.
In theory, I don't think you will.
I mean, there are NFTs worth like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, but I'm hearing stories of people buying an NFT for like $500,000 and then selling it for $40,000 like 2 weeks later. Like, I think the market's already crashing.
Right, I think so too. I think there's the whole crypto's doing poorly right now, and the NFT, like the newness of it made it sell for a lot, but it's a lot of bullshit also. So it's kind of a combination of like some stuff I'm sure will work out, and a lot of stuff will not work out. I read there was so this guy, and I don't remember the exact story, but this guy made up. You know how you can have a domain name, like you could have obviously Facebook.com or jlovesmusic.com.
Plug.
So you can, so you could also apparently you could make up domain names. They were selling domain names with Ethereum. So it would be like jlovesmusic or workhatesj.eth, and people were buying these and like selling them the way you would sell like a domain name. So I'm not even sure how you use these, but someone made something like stop posting fake bids for stuff, whatever it was, .eth, and then so he sets it up, And he has more than one wallet. So he takes the other wallet, and you don't understand what another wallet's like another account. And he uses that one on this whatever the site is, and places a bid on this domain name. And he bids 100 ETH, 100 ETH, which is basically how much is 100 ETH? It's like $100,000 or almost like $150,000. He bids that on the item, so it basically shows that he made this domain name, and then there's a bid for it for like a dramatic amount of money. And so you're following this so far, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he sets up the domain name and puts a fake bid, basically, but it's a real but fake bid. And then someone comes along and actually puts a bid on it. He bids 1.5 ETH, so something like $2,000 for this domain name.
Mm-hmm.
And so the guy sells the domain name to the guy, and he's like, "Holy shit! I made this thing up as a joke, and I just sold it for $2,000." He goes on Twitter, and like it's in this world of like crypto, people love to go on Twitter and like celebrate and stuff. So he's celebrating. As he's celebrating, the one thing he forgot to do was take down the fake bid of 100 ETH for this. So the guy who buys it for 1.5 ETH then immediately accepts the offer of $100,000 basically. And there's no way to get apparently the guy then the guy admits what happened. He's just like, I forgot to cancel the fake bid, and the guy accepted it. I am out over $100,000 for this joke now. He apparently sent a letter to the guy asking him to like, hey, this was a fake bid, but of course, why the guy clearly bought the thing in the first place so he could like accept the $100,000.
Right. I mean, the guy was trying to be sneaky, and he got what he deserved, pretty much.
Yeah, and the best part is the guy's like, in the time it took for me to celebrate my win on Twitter, I lost $100,000 because I went to Twitter before fixing the other bid.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it was anyway, crypto's awesome. Everyone should invest in it. Jay, I have a question for you.
Yep.
How do you clean dishes?
Yeah, I mean, we have a dishwasher now, so now it's more like a rinse.
Yeah, let's just say you ate I don't know, you had a grilled cheese sandwich. You eat grilled cheese, Jay?
Not often, but I like it.
Okay. It doesn't really matter what you're eating. You eat it, you take it to the you finish eating, what do you do? You take it to the sink and do what?
Rinse it, maybe wipe it real quick with a sponge, and then put it in the dishwasher.
A sponge. You use a sponge.
And you bought all those really nice Shark Tank sponges with the smiley face.
I know those were terrible. Those are the dumbest thing ever. On Shark Tank, they're like, when you do cold, this side is bristly and this side is like hard. You make it when you do hot water, it becomes soft. It's this magic sponge, and the only thing magic about the sponge is how dumb you are, how much of a sucker you are. It's just like every other goddamn sponge.
Scrub Daddy,
you pay a premium.
Right? Scrub Daddy,
yeah,
and
Scrub Daddy,
Baby
the dumbest thing ever. Oh my god, I bought that. I felt like such a moron. I even bought a second one because I was like, well, maybe I got a defective one. It's the exact same thing as every other sponge out there. Holy crap. Anyway. So I discovered something today.
Yeah.
After knowing my wife for almost 17 years, I learned that she doesn't use a sponge. She thinks sponges are dirty. And so her process is she puts soap on it for some reason on the plate, then uses like a spoon or a fork to scrape off whatever's on there and puts it underwater, but she will never touch a sponge. And I don't know if she's ever touched a sponge the entire time I've known her.
So she's using double the silverware now. Is she taking like a clean spoon from the drawer and like scraping the plate?
I think it's like a dirty spoon. I guess she would have to take a clean one if she didn't have a clean one. But she just uses the water and the scraping method, and just doesn't take a sponge ever to a dish.
That's something.
Yeah.
So I think you've won arguments 2 weeks in a row.
I was like, it's a sponge. She's like, yeah.
Mark's on a winning streak. I think it's your first winning streak.
I'm a pretty good husband. I tend to do more of the dishes anyway. It's fine. But I didn't realize she just literally didn't do dishes outside of like some weird process.
That's hilarious.
What else is going on with you, Jay? I have actually a question for you.
Yeah.
I'm reading a book, and they had this question in the book, and I'm curious. There was like a study done at Harvard where they asked this question to a bunch of people. So, which situation would you prefer, Jay? You get a job that pays you $100,000 a year, but everyone you know, your peers, all make $50,000. So you make 100, everyone you know makes 50, or you make $200,000, which is obviously more money, but most people you know make 400,000. Which situation would you prefer?
I make 100 and most people I know make 50, or I make 200 and most people I know make 400.
Yeah, just your circle of friends.
I'd rather make 200 and have them make 400.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So most people in the study chose the other.
That's what's wrong with this country. It's such a selfish, greedy mentality. Like, you know, my friend got a massive raise a few months ago, and I was happy. I was like, good for you. And like, I don't get it.
Good for your friend. So most people generally, I guess for the study, the idea was that most people care most about how they're doing compared to other people, which you should.
Yeah.
Comparison, the quote, comparison is the thief of joy. I have to say that to myself like all the time, because you start comparing yourself, you're just gonna drive yourself crazy on stuff.
So you wouldn't want to more than double your salary just because you want to lord over people like how much more money you make than them? Like, that's so messed up. That's so weird.
I choose, by the way, just want to clear, I like your choice better. But I just think it's like it's funny.
It's a weird mentality. It's a very weird mentality.
Well, I think just basically they would just prefer to do better than their peers than to do a lot worse than their peers.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid.
Like, that's $100,000 extra dollars a year is like life changing. That's like the difference between like renting a studio and like buying a house.
Yeah.
Okay. People are insane.
I don't know. I thought it was an interesting study. That's all.
People are insane.
Jay, I also have a question for you. I have lots of questions for you if you don't mind. But how long do you think I can be? How long am I invincible from COVID?
You've never had it yet.
Well, I had it. You know that I had.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I had, not that how long I get. So my question really is now. So I woke up on the morning of the 10th, and I had a super sore throat. I was in the throes of it. Probably started on the 9th. And it's basically been over for at least it probably lasted for a week or so. I tested negative last Friday. The 22nd, we were going out, and the people we were going out with preferred I test to make sure. But anyway, so I'm negative from COVID now, and I would like to think that I cannot get COVID for some time period.
Yeah, if you're probably safe for 3 months.
If you were me, would you take more chances now? Like, just go in an activity. So I generally stop wearing it when I go to the store, and I don't wear it that often. But let's say you were going to a crowded space. Would you be totally fine with doing that now without a mask?
Yeah, if I got COVID again, I would probably spend the next 3 months going to concerts.
I feel like, and Jay and I made plans to go to the Comedy Cellar. I was like, Jay, I got to do some stuff. The Comedy Cellar seems like we're sitting there in a small room, but I should be fine. I'm immune.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to a concert next week also.
What concert?
Collective Soul.
I love Collective Soul more than most people. I absolutely love them.
Okay, do you? I like them. A friend from college asked me if I wanted to go, and I was like, yeah, totally fine. Like, it's whatever. But it's not like I like all their music. I'm not in love with them.
They might they're top probably 15 band for me. That's how much I like them.
Really?
Yeah.
I assume you have not been looking at what their set list is, but do you want to quickly guess what their set list is? So I'm just going on. I want you can look online to see the set list for the show, right?
Right. Yeah.
Or a very recent set list that is.
Yeah.
And at least on this site, setlist.fm, every song they have a little play button, and they'll play. You can they'll take it to the YouTube video of the song, so you could just hear every song and look at the thing. But What do you think? Let's see how many songs you can get right. There's
Well-
12 songs in the most recent set list.
It's probably going to be 12 is not very long.
No, they're playing with
They're headlining and playing 12 songs.
It seems they're playing with Switchfoot.
Don't know them.
I did not know them either. I've been listening to them, and you probably know some of their stuff. But I knew a little bit of their stuff.
When I saw
on the
them
radio.
live, they opened for Live.
Okay, when was that?
I have no sense of time anymore. I'm going to say 8 years ago.
Okay, because I'm just thinking Live hasn't had a hit in many, many years, but I would love to see Live.
I was with the doc, and I told, because Collective Soul is first, and I was like, I don't love Live, but I do like these 4 songs. And he's like, I agree. And those were the first 4 songs they played. And we looked at each other like, we can go now, right? And he's like, yeah. And then we just left. It was like, I couldn't believe they played like their 4 biggest songs like first.
I love their first 2 albums, but I love Mental Jewelry, which is the first one, right?
Yeah, and Throwing Coppers is the second.
Yeah, I don't like the third one. Anything else beyond after those 2, but I love those 2. Actually, it looks like one of them is something called Bob Dylan, Where Are You Today? Some kind of acoustic thing. And they do a cover in this most recent show of The One I Love by REM. And they played December on piano. So really, I'm asking you to guess.
December, I was going to guess December.
Okay. But yeah. Okay, give 9 more songs to go.
Shine,
Yes.
Heavy.
Yes.
So did you say songs from their new album?
I just said 9 songs. I didn't say where they're from.
What happened to 12?
Because one of them was some kind of one of them was December on piano, which I don't know why I just said out loud. One of them was something called Bob Dylan, Where Are You? I'm looking at the set list, some kind of solo thing, and one of them is a cover, The One I Love by REM.
Gotcha. Let's see. Better Now?
Yes. No. Yes, it's on there.
Wow. Let's see. Gel.
Gel was on it's not on this one, but Gel was on another recent one.
I'm pretty good. Why Part 2?
No, but I like that song.
Now it gets to the point where it's like it could be almost anything.
Yeah. I think a couple of these will be kind of like. Well, one of them you should have guessed. You guys tell you I don't want to make this a huge bit of the show.
Precious Declaration.
Yes, I really like that song a lot. Okay, the rest of them. All Our Pieces. It's a really good song. Do you know that one? That's a newer one, I think.
Not offhand. I mean, I'm sure I've heard it.
The World I Know, which you should have guessed.
Yeah.
She Said.
All Our Pieces is from the new album. I pre-ordered it, and that's the only song I have right now.
Yeah, that's a good song though. Right as Rain and She Said.
Okay.
And Undone.
Okay, I did pretty good.
Yeah. So you think I'm 3 months of being immune from COVID?
Yeah.
Right, if I get COVID, anytime in the next 3 months, it'll be like, Jay lied to me. Son of a bitch. We got a top 5. Want to do the top 5?
Yeah, let's do the top 5.
Awesome. So I told Jay we should come up, as our show is super successful, I thought we could each come with 5 terrible businesses just like this show. So 5 business ideas that are meant to be failures, like our show. You want to go first, or you want to go first?
Sure. I was thinking that we can have create a drone that attacks wind chimes.
Oh.
Because wind chimes are pointless and they're obnoxious. So like it's actually for a good cause, but to program that would be ridiculously expensive, and you'd probably get sued every time you attacked a wind chime. So that's the bad business idea part.
I think we should also we should vote on the top 3 at the end and put them in order.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
So I like your wind chime attacked drones. I don't think they're as annoying as you do it though. You really hate those?
You never lived in an apartment building with a neighbor that had a wind chime.
I thought wind chimes generally are confined to people living in houses.
They should be.
Okay, so My first business idea is called Reminder RIL. Jay, you know what RIL stands for, or do I know something that you don't know?
You said RIL, didn't you?
IRL, sorry.
In real life, yes.
Yes. So when you get like a message on Facebook and you're supposed to respond, or not supposed to, but they want you to respond.
Mm-hmm.
This is a service that reminds you in person about things that you forgot to do on social media. So if you forgot to respond to someone's message on Facebook, or you didn't like someone's post on Twitter, or you forgot to review something on Amazon, we knock on your door and let you know that you're supposed to do this.
So this is just for social media updates.
Social media and Amazon reviews also. We'll show up at your house.
But it's not like you forgot to do the laundry or like important stuff. This is like
no, this is just social media stuff.
Mike wished you a happy birthday and you didn't click like on it.
Yes. We'll remind you that guy from high school you haven't seen since high school. It's his birthday today. We're just letting you know at 6 a.m. by knocking on your door. We'll show up at your house, your work. We'll assault you on the subway to make sure you don't forget to review those pencils you bought on Amazon.
I like it.
Okay. By the way, I have 2 extra also because I had fun with this.
Okay. Mine is I want this to be installed in all cars. It's a car horn, but it only works for 3 seconds. You could use 3 1-second horns, or you can hold it for 3 seconds. Then it does not work for 24 hours. So, yeah, you can do that once a day, basically.
Can we reduce that to 1 second?
I figure, what if you actually get into an almost accident and you need to
3 times?
Or 1 3-second, like.
I don't think this is a bad business idea. I think you're on to something.
I mean, because like every cabbie in New York needs this. Like,
no, I don't like your idea, Jay, only because it's not a bad business idea. It's a good idea. The horn should only be like, I like just having the idea that you can use your horn once every 20, or twice even, whatever, every 24 hours, and that's it.
Uh-huh.
Like there should be a governor on your horn use.
I was thinking this the other day because I heard somebody hold their horn down for, no joke, like 25 straight seconds. And I'm like, well, that person should just not be on Earth anymore.
Don't you think maybe like at like 10 seconds an electric shock should happen?
Yeah. And at 15 seconds, the car should just explode. We don't need those people anymore.
I'd be fine with that. Yeah. By the way, our co-host had sent us a thing about our guest Bry about someone dying from a selfie.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that story you sent us?
Yeah.
So I also was thinking that, generally speaking, if you die from taking a selfie, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
We as a society should never warn people about this. We should just say that's a benefit to the addition by subtraction.
Andrew said if you hold it for more than 3 seconds, you have to listen to an hour of Brink. And just like that, the horn problem is solved.
Honey, I'll be home soon. I have to hear about Mark being a pedophile again this week. Holy shit, this show was on forever. Okay, so my next idea is called Failure Connect. It's LinkedIn for losers. Just like LinkedIn, but your profile is exclusively filled with all your biggest failures. Instead of celebratory job announcements, you announce with excitement that you've been fired. Connect with others to share failures, discuss brunchaholics, your decades-old podcast, everything you've done that doesn't work out, put it on there, and we will connect and network through failures.
Hey, guys, there's a new failure update. Brink just uploaded a new episode. We're like the most popular account on failure.
They're like, holy shit, 15 years. He gets a gold platinum award for this.
We'd probably be a failure on failure.
That's true, too. Though, I guess, isn't that being aren't you kind of winning then?
No, like we wouldn't even get popular on failure.
No, I know. If you're failure, I'm making a joke. If you're failing, you're a failure on failure. You're winning in some weird way.
All right. Mine is an app store. So it's a storefront, and you go in there and you just buy apps from the app store. So like if you can't figure out how to just click buy on the app store on your phone, you go into this storefront and log into your account and buy an app through the app store in the store.
Okay, Jay. So this is another idea that may actually be a good idea because the 60 and older crowd would be like, it'd be so crowded.
Lines around the block.
Lines around the block. Just like an 80-year-old man being like, I was told by my grandson that I have to get a talk tick or something. How do I do this? How much money do I owe you? It's free. It's free.
I mean, yeah, maybe we're overthinking our good ideas, and we should just try and do one of our bad ideas and see if it takes off.
My next one is called Hide Me. It's a witness protection service for people who do not need protecting. So, some people, like in the past, you've testified against the mobster. We're going to put you in witness protection program.
Mm-hmm.
This is for people who just have boring, shitty lives and want something new. We hide you in a new city with a new identity and help you hide from the danger you are not in. We'll leave enough clues for your new neighbors that they are dying to know what's up with their mysterious new neighbor. We have a 30-day guarantee that if you don't like your new life, or you can get your old life back unless we've given your old life away to someone else.
I like your out clause. It's like 24 hours later, like, nope, sorry, it's taken already.
Sorry. Nope. You are now Bob, and you live in Iowa, and you're a farmer. Go fuck yourself.
Excellent. This one I think is actually a really bad idea. So
okay, because this is not another one that's like ka-ching, ka-ching, right?
No. So this one is, you know how like all these herbal remedies are in, and like touch a stone or like candles, aromatherapy, and all that.
Yeah. People are like, it's what do they call the when they're like, it's not aromatherapy, but the other, it's something oils. It's
Essential oils.
Essential oils.
Yeah,
And you're like, are you a moron? And they're like, no, essential oils. What essential oil? What are you talking about?
So this is one from Midtown. It's Scents of the City. And you could just buy things that you smell while walking down the street, which would be things like dog piss or hobos or...
you buy hobos?
No, the scent.
You mean the scent? Sorry. I thought you.
No,
I thought you were going to.
I'm not reintroducing slavery, Mark. I'm saying hobo scents, dog piss scents, exhaust, bus exhaust.
By the way, on a separate note, if your business was just selling hobos, that would win the contest for worst business.
There is one that smells like really good Italian food, but it only lasts for a half a second, and then it's gone forever. Okay.
The Italian food one I would buy.
Yeah, but it lasts for half a second.
So basically, the smell of garbage on a 90-degree July day. That's the smell you could buy.
Yeah. Black trash bags full of who knows what. Yeah.
Yeah, the smell of a urine-soaked subway car.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you have the smell of the that realization you have that when you see a subway car completely empty? And it's weird because everything else is crowded, and you get on and you find there's probably a dead homeless person in there. That smell. You have that one?
Of course we have that. That's our premier line.
By the way, you don't actually live in New York City if you don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. If you've been in New York City for more than 2 days, that's happened to you.
Yes, it is really, really awful. Okay, my next one is called Jay. Do you have trouble sleeping, Jay?
I do.
Okay.
I'm glad you asked, Mark.
Okay, so I do too, and I think what you need, like everyone needs, is a sleep concierge. Are you interested, Jay?
Go on.
Yes. So throughout the night, there are things that will be helpful. You know, my pillow warms up. I like a cool pillow. I like a fluff pillow. Mm-hmm. It could be nice to be tucked in. Sometimes I need water. The sleep concierge stands over you at night. He'll fluff your pillows. He'll give you warm milk if you're having trouble sleeping, and just stares at you the entire night to make sure you have a good night's rest.
What's his tone when you wake up and you're like you need some water? Like what's his? Is he talking loud, or is he in a? Do you have choice? It
depends if you are how cheap or how high end you want to go.
I see.
Our cheapest model.
It's just a crackhead screaming at you.
It's just some some Italian dude who's like, "The fuck? Get the fuck back to sleep."
He's just holding he's slapping a bat into his hand.
The high-end model is a very well-dressed gay man who just is very nice and gentle with you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, I just say it's nothing. I gotta say, nothing is more reassuring than waking up in the middle of the night, kind of being a little bit like, what time is it? And looking over and having a giant man standing over you.
All right. My last one, drive-through therapy. 30 seconds, 30 seconds or less. You just yell your problem. They yell back a solution, and you're out of there. You go,
Will this be cheaper than what my wife is paying?
it would be so much cheaper than what you would always pay. You just go up there and you go, relationship problems. And then you hear back through the microphone, buy her flowers. And then you just drive through. That's it.
Oh. I think that's actually a great idea, but like in practice, it's probably not a winning idea. So it's good for the failure list. So my next idea is called baby chick arrangements. Jay, do you know what edible arrangements are?
Yes. So it's like, it looks like flowers, but it's fruit cut into the shape of flowers. And why that's a thing, I don't know, but it's super popular. And
Yeah, it's like wildly successful. I've gotten it before. And it's like, you can't really eat flowers. You can eat the cantaloupe. So it's kind of more useful. I don't know. They even have like chocolate covered strawberries. They have a lot of different things.
Mhm.
So this is like that, except we drop off at your door a baby chick. And either you can give your card with your real name, or you can do it anonymously. So if you wanted to, we could, for the service, we can put a baby chick in front of Jay's door for 14 straight days, and just see how Jay can figure out what the hell to do with his baby chicks.
I'd have no idea what to do with baby chicks.
Jay, what would you do if you woke up in the morning and there was a baby chick at your door?
I don't know. I have a cat. That probably wouldn't end well.
Jay's just like every morning the cat gets to it before you do. You're just like, for humanity. So yeah, my baby chick thing is yeah, that's and my two honorable. You want to hear my two honorable mentions just because I made them?
Yeah.
Okay, so in this day and age of PC culture, what's something that's really awkward to get wrong?
Somebody's gender.
Yes. Also, someone's ethnicity. I'm not sure when you're like announcing people's ethnicity, but you kind of want to know their ethnicity and their gender just so you don't get it wrong. Is that correct, Jay?
Yeah.
So this is a little camera that no one else can see, or it's very small at least. You wear it on your body, and it also has a little microphone. And as you're walking and you see someone, it announces the gender and ethnicity and probability of it being correct. So you're walking and it'll say Mexican woman, 80% probability. Korean man, 40% probability.
I like how like you buy this and you still have less than 50% chance of getting it right.
Exactly.
What a great product.
Woman, 70%.
It's like, well, I could have done that myself.
The current model, unfortunately, is loud enough for others to hear, but the future model is going to be a little bit more silent.
Okay.
So when you're going to be walking in the street and you'll just be here, like a little computer will just be saying things as you walk around, and be like, Mexican, Chinese, maybe.
That won't get you in trouble.
Man, pretty sure. And my last idea was, Jay, do you like karaoke?
Not really.
Okay, well, can you just say you like karaoke?
I love karaoke. Go on.
It doesn't really matter if you like it, Jay. But you know what? What's the idea of karaoke? We like to sing. We like to go somewhere and pretend we're singers, right?
Right. Did you ever want to hear a worse version of a song you like? Karaoke might be for you.
Right, exactly. Well, people do that with fun things. They go out and do karaoke. Rock Band was a fun game everyone play together. So this is just like that for different things. I'm opening a bar where you can come to the bar and do accounting. You're an accountant, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be great if people that didn't know how to do accounting came to a bar and did accounting in front of everyone on that stage?
They just did worse accounting than I can do.
Yeah, they go up there and they just do the counting word. You're like, oh, okay, Jill, go up there and it's your turn to do managerial accounting. Go for it. This is awesome. We're gonna all watch.
Isn't it weird how like everybody played Rock Band and then everybody stopped at the same time?
Yeah, really.
It wasn't like gradual. It was just everybody was just done like within 3 months of another.
For a little while, it was like everyone had it in their apartment, and then you never saw it again. Just like the Wii in tennis. Everyone was playing it, and then it was just done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it's like karaoke for real world, more boring stuff.
Okay.
You could also have like go to a bar and someone's going to practice dentistry, but they'll not be a professional, so they might injure the person.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna. How about I'll pick the best idea I like of yours. You pick the best idea you like of mine.
Okay. So to recap, we had the wind chime drone, the
I'm
3-second
not gonna
car
pick-
horn,
Okay.
the App Store, sense of the city, and the drive-through therapy.
For biggest, I just like your car horn idea and your app store, but I think they would actually be somewhat successful.
Mhm.
I guess I'm gonna have to go with the what was the last one again?
Drive-through therapy.
Yeah, because that won't be successful, but that really should be, because that's really, because most of the time, all I need to hear about 10 seconds of your problem, I can shout something at you, and that should be it. That's good enough.
Mhm.
Your mom didn't love you. Now can you fucking move on?
It's like $5.
Yeah, that's fine. I like that the best.
Okay.
That's the one that's the idea we should go with. That will fail the most and be the most fun to fail. To recap my ideas, and I gave you an extra. It was the reminder in real life where I remind you about social media posts by going to your door at 6 a.m. or during dinner time and let you know about them.
Mhm.
There was failure LinkedIn. There was Hide Me, the witness protection service. There was the sleep concierge who stands over you at night. There was the baby chick arrangements where I just give you a baby chick and just see if you can figure out what to do with it. There was the camera that announces gender and ethnicity while you're walking on the street. And then there's the accountant karaoke bar.
So I think my favorite is the failure social media site, but I think the one that would fail the most would be the reminder, so the social media in real life, which I think is also the funniest one.
I feel like that would be, if I'm going to do a Saturday Night Live skit, that would be my Saturday Night Live skit. I feel like the failure LinkedIn, there's something there where if I did it, it actually would catch on. Just like your app store, I think your app store in real life would actually do pretty well with the old people.
I just thought it was funny having a store for like something that's virtual.
No, it's hilarious. But if you could just serve like early bird dinner there also, it would be a massive hit. Jay, we have a question on Facebook that says, not to jump to another top 5 list, but let's do this fast. Patrick writes, top 5 movies pre-70s. And I have to say, I can't think of a lot of movies pre-70s. Top 5. Why don't we try to come up with this together? Or do you have 5?
I do.
Do you have 5? Oh, okay, fine. You go. We'll take turns then.
Okay. Planet of the Apes.
I'll put that on there. That sounds good.
Good twist ending. It's a good story.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
well
a
done.
solid. That's. So I have to say for this, it has to be something that you could watch now and enjoy.
I have 5 different genres as well.
Holy shit. Okay, go again, Jack.
The Good, the Bad, and
Okay.
the Ugly.
I never saw that, but I bet it's good.
It's a good western. Yeah.
Is good. Sorry, is Godfather pre-70s or that early?
That's
70s?
70s.
Ah, son of a bitch.
I wanted to say 12 Chairs because that's my favorite Mel Brooks movie. It was like October of 1970, so it didn't make the cut.
I found that on YouTube and I never watched it. I should watch that.
It's really good.
Okay, I'm gonna say Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein or whoever else. I love the Abbott and Costello movies.
They
when I was a
did
kid.
not age well.
No, I tried showing it to my kids. It didn't go well, but I remember freaking loving those things.
I would start with like Laurel and Hardy because I think those hold up a little better depending on which ones you show.
I didn't really watch the Laurel and Hardy ones when I was growing up. I just the Abbott and Costello ones I love, but I bet those are pretty good. Also.
There's some really funny Marx Brothers too.
Okay, what's your next one?
2001: Space Odyssey.
That was the 60s?
Yeah,
Okay. Some reason I really would have thought that was the early 70s.
I think it was like 68. Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah. Clockwork Orange is the 70s, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's hard when you put no effort into it. So do you want me to just do my next one?
Yeah, just go on. I didn't really. Yeah, I put no effort into this. Yeah.
Mary Poppins.
Oh well. So go on.
You don't like Mary Poppins?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
It's got some good songs.
Yeah. I bet you hum that in the shower.
Okay, my last one, Goldfinger, the
Wait,
arguably
is
the
Snow-
best James Bond movie.
I never saw it, but I bet it's good.
I've seen every James Bond movie.
Are you a big James Bond fan?
Seen all 25 of them.
Oh. Hey, did you watch Gray Man on Netflix
Not
yet?
No.
Because they're trying to make like a James Bond franchise. I was reading something like this. They're already greenlit the next one, but I guess the guy in this is supposed to be like a James Bond type character.
Gotcha.
Are they Snow White or Bambi? Are they the 60s?
They're
Like,
pre
what- is there
70.
a-
They might, no, they're like
Like the-
40s or something, 50s.
Yeah, they are. Okay, I'll put Snow White on there.
Mhm.
I don't know. I didn't put any work.
There's a lot of good Disney stuff like before 1970.
Fantasia.
Yeah. You got Fantasia, I think Lady and the Tramp, Peter Pan.
What's the what
Fox
other
and the
great movies are
Hound.
before? There, I mean, obviously, there are a lot of great movies before, like Casablanca. You can put on there. Gone with the Wind.
I mean, I like a bunch of Charlie Chaplin, which is like silent era. Like The Pawn Shop is one of my favorites. Great Dictator, some good ones.
I don't know those. I haven't watched a lot of the old stuff.
Pawn Shop's like 15 minutes, but it's hilarious. I recommend that one.
Okay, I assume that's on YouTube.
Probably, yeah. I don't know. I have a Charlie Chaplin DVD. So I'm
Okay.
insane like that.
Jay, I have a question for you.
Okay. Then we got an email.
Okay, do you think gender reveal parties will ever become a thing for adults?
Not retarded adults. It's the worst.
You
thing.
know, people decide their gender. Maybe they'll have a party for it. You'll have to find out what their gender is after all these years.
I think if you have a gender reveal party, I'm definitely not going and probably won't be friends with you.
Well, but if I have a gender reveal party, Jay, then first of all, either it's going to be really disappointing. You'll be like, yeah, I knew you were a guy. What the fuck are we doing here? Or it's going to be something where you're like, I didn't really know Mark all this time, or Marcia, as he likes to be called now.
Yeah, invite all your friends for a gender reveal party, and they just be like, yeah, I'm a dude. They think it's for a baby. You're just like, yeah, no, I'm a dude.
Do you think, would that be better? Or it'd just be like, you'd be like, I'm a woman now. Oh, I didn't realize you're just going to dress exactly the same. Yep. You're not going to change anything? Nope. I'm just a woman. And my pronouns are he and him. But you said you're a woman. Yeah, it's he and him. What the fuck? You don't like my pronouns? What, are you an asshole?
That's so sexist.
I am a woman. I, from now on, get to use the women's bathroom. What
That's it.
about you as a woman? It's how I feel inside, asshole.
All right. The email is thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And thought I just heard somebody at the door. Lorenzo writes, hey, fellas, totally enjoyed the personal budget chat last episode. We run a similar system to Jay. 95% of our income goes into multiple posts for bills, holidays, car repairs, kid stuff, etc. Then we each get 5% play money, do whatever we want, whatever the hell we want. No questions asked. It works very well. Though it wouldn't have resolved Mark's example because medical health is classified as a shared expense in our system.
Oh. So hang on, Jay. What percentage of your income do you put in the shared account versus your own account? Because I also like the way he describes it, 5% play, 95% in the shared account. That makes some sense. And that's really like, it's mostly together, except for the 5%. I feel like you're putting 5% in the shared account.
Where we have a lot of bills right now, so a lot of it is not going into the shared because we're paying off credit cards and student loans and stuff like
I was
that.
going to say, when you say you have a lot of bills right now, you mean you're an adult, like all of us?
Right. No, but like as the student loans and the credit cards and stuff get paid off, there'll be more and more going into the shared account. But right now, yeah, there's not a lot going in there, but that's because we're paying off our own bills.
You know, like when you're a kid and you're like, oh my God, I want to be an adult. I want to drive a car. I want to do all this cool stuff as an adult. You're like, you want to be an adult? All of being an adult is paying bills and then working so you can pay more bills.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's it. That's it. Nothing else.
Do you? So I told my wife also what we discussed in the show and how you and Martin sided with me, and then I told her your system, and she's like, divided. I'm like, no, we're not dividing money. You're not getting your own account. We're shared. I was like immediately like she almost like thought it was your idea was a good idea, which I did not like.
It was a good idea.
But the 5% thing, I'd like to know for next show what you spend your 5% money on. Not you, Jay, but Lorenzo. I'm curious what you like, what his 5% purchases include. That's all. All right, and how his wife uses it. Because I feel like also I'd get judgmental about how I don't know how like you don't get judgmental about your significant other buying $500 watches.
Well, it's not like every week she's like, look what I brought home. Like, it's every once in a while.
It'd be pretty weird if she brought home a $500 watch every week.
like I said, like, you know, right now we're paying off like a lot of debt, so there's not a lot of personal spending going on.
So I mean, if you you're like paying whatever like debt, and you're like, bet this debt would be easier to pay off if you didn't have that goddamn watch on your wrist. Yeah. None of that.
No.
Okay, that's
because she's not going to pay off my credit cards or student loans anyway.
So that's also the thing. Like, I feel like if you are in this together, you should pay off each other's bills.
Why?
I don't know. You're a family.
Like, I made mistakes in my 20s, so now she's gonna use her paycheck to like pay off some of my shit. Like,
yeah. I think you're like you're stuck with each other's. You're just stuck with each other.
Yeah. No, we figure you racked up that debt, you pay it off.
Fair enough.
Like if I pay off, I'm probably gonna pay off my credit card debt first, and so I'm gonna use the money I was using for my credit card toward the mortgage and the savings account. So like, it's not a set amount. It's just like whatever we have, we use. For
I get that. You know what it is? Because you guys do not have kids, so it's not. You ever like you have a cat? You have a joint responsibility. Do you guys ever be like, oh, I paid last time for the cat? How do you like, or just like? Cats aren't. I can't imagine cats are that expensive.
They're more expensive than you would think, but it's like she goes to Target, she buys litter and food and stuff, and it's like, oh, I spent $80, but the next time like I end up going, so like it evens out eventually. It's not like
you're not keeping track. She's like, okay, you owe me $40, then I'll be $40.
No, we're not keeping track because then I might go on a food run like a week later, and so it all evens out. Or if I think like, well, you have the car and you did 2 runs in a row, I'll be like, I'll transfer $100 to her, or say transfer 100 less to me, or however it works out.
It's the thing I would have found annoying is the actually paying each other kind of thing.
Yeah, no.
Like, yeah. I mean, you guys are making it work. Obviously, you guys don't. It sounds like you guys have 0 fights about this, so it's totally fine.
It's more her paying me because like I pay all the like the mortgage and the maintenance fee. Like I pay it, so she sends money my way for like her half of it. So like, if there's expense like, oh, I bought all the cat food, I'd be like, all right, so take 100 off of like what you were gonna send me. So like,
okay,
it's like that.
Yeah. I find it a little fat. A lot of other people I know do this also. It wouldn't even occur to me. But anyway, we discussed that last week.
Yeah.
Jay, if you had a time machine, and you could go back in time, what would you invent? Like you could just like take any inventions around today, go back in time, and claim that you invented it. You have to know how to actually do it also. So like,
yeah, that's the problem. Like what can you actually invent?
So like, obviously, if you go back and say I invented the iPhone, you have to know how an iPhone works.
Right.
I don't. So I have one for you.
Okay.
I'm going to go back in time, and I have to go way back for this one. But I am going to, because I could do this, I'm going to claim invention for the garbage can.
All right, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Hey, guys! Instead of putting our garbage on the floor, I've got a bucket. What's a bucket? He's a genius. He's going to be the richest man in town.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Also, I'm going to go back and be like, hey, when you get wet from the river, because showers haven't been invented yet, we use this to dry off. It's called a towel.
Do you know how to make a towel?
No fucking clue. I guess I'm not only meant the garbage can.
Do you know how to make a garbage can?
I've invented the paperweight. I found the rock. Now I just have to wait till paper's invented.
Well, you could go back to like 1978 and invent the pet rock because that was a fad for like 2 years.
Yeah,
put
but you know how to
googly-
get that started?
You put googly
you-
eyes on a pet rock.
Right, but you would do that. How would you get that to catch on? Because the people, what they did know was how to make a fad catch on.
So basically, with all the knowledge we have now, we'd still be failures.
Complete failure.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, Friendster, I know you think you're doing well right now. Trust me. Hire me. I'm going to take you guys. I'll probably fail with me also. Never mind.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say I think our time is just about up.
Okay.
I had fun this episode. I want to thank everybody for joining. We had a bunch of participation in the chat room today. So thank you.
That was awesome. It was a fun show. Tune in next week for our top 5 shows, top 5 movies from 1970 to 1971.
And also our top 5 moments from this episode.
Yes, we'll put that on there. And tune in next week to find out how we've taken our ideas and done nothing with them.
So we do the shows live on Twitch, twitch.tv/crumpledbacon. That's crumpled with a P. And youtube.com/TITOWAJ. So you catch us live there. Our website is brinkofsanityshow.com. You can find the Brink of Sanity on Facebook. It's facebook.com/brinkofsanity. The brinkofsanity@gmail.com is our email, and brinkofsanity3 is Twitter. I think that covered everything. So thank you for listening. And we will be back soon because it's summer, and why not have some?
There's less Knicks talk, and I don't know if we want to do Donovan Mitchell. Will he be traded to the Knicks for 5 straight weeks? So we're gonna do more break.
Yeah. So again, thanks for listening, and we will be back soon. Goodbye, everybody.
My love.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. It's all over.
Goodbye.
It's time to go.
This is the end.
Say goodbye. You better go away.
I'm gonna